So, more Sloth Jiu Jitsu. We looked at seated guard against a standing opponent. This time, Tyrone drops to combat base. So now from that position, obviously an ankle pick can be done from here. I can just find his ankle, pushing his shoulder, put him down, and now coming up, getting into passing positions. But we can use shin to shin to go to deep half. We won't go into anything from there because we'll cover that at a later stage. So say I'm in a seated guard position, Tyrone's in combat base, I can butt scoop in and go shin to shin. And now from here, as I fall onto my right side and take the weight of Tyrone's right leg, I'm just rolling underneath him and I'm into deep half guard. And we can play the game from there. Let's just get another angle on that, bro. So, so I'm in a seated guard, Tyrone's in combat base. Obviously ankle pick is there possibly. Maybe he's driving forward, I can move into shin to shin. So I just get my shin across his shin, underhook his leg, and then as I elevate his leg, my right hand can come underneath the hip, and I just move into deep half guard position. And then we can work our sweeping game from there. Maybe he drops to his knees. We'll just talk a wee bit about knee shield. Obviously, in the Sloth Jiu Jitsu system, it's for the older, slower person. Tyrone, not me. Guill Huni likes this Coyote guard, half guard. So let's just say Tyrone was in combat base, and then maybe as I moved in, he drops to two knees. Obviously, we can play a butterfly guard from here, but again, we want to look for the half guard. So I can use this, just a 2-on-1, to pull Tyrone forward and basically just pull myself into the knee shield. More than likely, he's going to be in front of me. Just turn this way, bro. So again, from here, I want to make sure that my right foot is L-shaped and is controlling his right leg, which is in between my legs. If I'm not from this position, even Tyrone could just windshield wiper his foot over the outside and just basically pass. So I want to make sure that I've made that hook. At no stage can I, let me just turn this way. At no stage can I let Tyrone's knee beat my knee line. Right? If that's the case, I'd be using an elbow. I'd be bringing an elbow in and moving my hip out so my knee is free, if that makes sense. There are three things I need when I'm playing knee shield half guard. I need to be on my side. More than likely, I want to win the underhook. And I can't let him hug my head. And obviously, from a passing perspective, Tyrone wants to flatten me out. He wants the underhook and he wants head control. He wants the opposite of what I want. So if I'm playing this knee shield, and we can play it in different ways, we just turn back this way. We can cross our ankles and have my knee in his right hip. I can bring that slightly higher into his gut, or I can put my foot on his hip and have my knee in his shoulder line. I think this is the best one to win the underhook. Again, more than likely, if Tyrone lifts his knees off the mat, he can smash my knee down. Take it back a step. But if I've got a frame on the inside, just turn back this way. So my frame is on the inside. So now if he decides to put weight on that, I have the frame of my arm against the inside of my knee. And now it's going to be hard for him to collapse that. And again, once I take my knee shield away, then I can come up and win this underhook, which is what I want. Where it would be more difficult if my arm was on the outside. So say I was here and my arm's on the outside. As I try to kick up and win the underhook, Tyrone can just underhook me. Yeah. Because my arm is on the outside. If I kick up and try to win the underhook, he can really underhook me. So we really want this on the inside. So in other words, when I kick up to win the underhook, okay, that left leg has created the space for me to come up with my left hand. Notice the way my right hand is corralling his left arm, because I don't want to kick up and he just cross faces me and flattens me out again. I'm not on my side, so I'm just kind of corralling this till I kick up, and then I win the underhook. Once I get my ear in his chest, hug my head now, it's really not going to happen, and then I'll use my right foot to push and put in that Coyote hook or the leech hook. Now I want Tyrone's right knee in front of my right hip. So he just underhook his leg and stomp through, and now we're in that favourable position. I'm going to look at that next, my options from here, which is really just the Trinity. The other problem that you're going to come from that position is probably trying to win the underhook. Because if I kick up and try to enter at Tyrone's waist here, don't let me win the underhook, bro. He's going to be just defend, just don't let me in. Yeah. See the way he's a tucked arm, and he's controlling the space between his right shoulder and his right elbow. So I can't basically get through this space. But this is when we go into weasel mode. From here, even though he's protecting this space, he can't protect this space. So I can kick up and I'll come under my leg and just basically grab my own thigh. Don't let me actually grab my own thigh. So say I'm playing the game, I'm trying to win the underhook, I'm here, he's tough, and I just come up and I basically grab my own shin from this position. Okay, and now from there, my head's in the right place. Now I can bring it around and actually grab this. See the way Tyrone had his arm inside? No problem. As I try to win the underhook and his arm's trapped, you try to win the underhook, bro? And now from that position, I can start to work my game, get into my position, and now it's into our Coyote guard. So whether his arm is stuck in that space, that's fine, but I'm never going to let him get the full underhook on me. Let's just take another look at that again. Because that's usually the main problem that you're going to come up against when you're playing knee shield, is trying to win that underhook. So we want to think about, we did a similar thing with the gi. If I had the lapel and Tyrone wasn't letting me win the underhook because I could take the lapel, pass it between his legs and make a grip here. So this is just the no-gi version of that. I can't stop this, but there's nothing to stop me coming under here. And from that position, I'll just come into that space, don't let me do it, and basically grab my own shin. Okay. And then from there, if Tyrone tries to underhook from me, try to underhook that arm, that's very, very difficult for him. And while he's trying to do it, look, I'm just pushing out, I'm finding that. Keep going for the underhook. And now, boom, I'm in my whole game. His arms are going to be sweeping. Just get another angle on that. So we're playing our game. I want to win the underhook. He's just keeping that tight. So I'm thinking about now is coming under my leg and grabbing my own shin. If he's not fighting to get the underhook, then that arm just comes up and now I have my position. Again, if I feel him dig for the underhook there, I just pull him forward. He has to post with his hands on the mat. Make him do something. Then I'll just put in my leech hook, stomp my leg, and this is the position that Guill Huni calls this the rock the baby position here. And he stages all his stuff just from that position. So we will end it there.